Hello, today I will tell you Attack on Titan. Introduction and background. Attack on Titan, known in Japanese as Shinkai no Kyojin, a series that has only taken the anime and manga world by storm, but also deeply impacted international audience and critics alike. Created by Henjin Isayama, the manga began in 2009 and concluded in 2021 after 139 chapters. Collected into 34 volumes, the anime premiered in 2013 and its fourth and final season finished in 2023. The series was initially produced by Wit Studio and later continued by MAPPA. What began as a survival horror action story quickly evolved into a sweeping epic filled with mystery, world, politics, philosophy, and heartbreaking human drama, challenging them to think deeper about the nature of freedom, power, and humanity. Setting and world building. The world of Attack on Titan is both familiar and foreign. At the start, humanity seems to be living a medieval-style society, surrounded by massive walls, War Maria, War Rose, and War Sheena, built to protect the last remnant of humanity from man-eating giants called Titans. For over a century, people believed that the world outside the walls was completely overrun and that they were the last surviving humans. But the story gradually peels back that illusion layer by layer, revealing a world much larger and more complex than we first thought. We learn that the Titans have a mysterious origin, that humans themselves are connected to them, and that the walls are not just barriers, they are symbols of ignorance, fear, and control. Eventually, the narrative shift from a localized survival story to a global war between nations, ideologies, and generations. Sorry. Story overview. The plot begins with a devastating attack. A 60 meters tall colossal titan appears out of nowhere and breaches Wall Maria, allowing Titans to invade and destroy a major city. In the chaos, a young boy named Eren Yeager watches his mother get eaten alive. This traumatic moment becomes the driving force for his desire to join the military and kill all the Titans. Eren, along with his adopted sister Mikasa and best friend Armin, enlists in the army and becomes part of the elite scout regiment, a branch dedicated to fighting titans and exploring the world beyond the walls. What starts as a typical hero's journey takes several unexpected turns. As Eren gains the power to transform into a titan himself, the story shifts toward uncovering the truth about the world, including the existence of an outside nation called Malay, the origin of Titans, and the long-standing operation of Eren's people, the Eldians. By the final season, the lines between hero and villain are completely blurred. Eren, once a symbol of righteous anger, becomes a controversial figure as he takes extreme actions in pursuit of freedom, even at the cost of millions of lives. Lives, sorry. Character analysis. Let's take a closer look at the key characters. Eren Yeager starts off as a passionate and impulsive protagonist. His desire for freedom turns into something darker and more obsessive as he learns the truth about the world. His transformation from victim to aggressor is one of the most compelling and controversial arcs in anime history. Sorry. Mikasa Ackerman, in Eren's adoptive sister and protector. She is calm, stoic, and incredibly loyal, but over time we see her grappling with her identity beyond Eren, exploring themes of personal agency and unconditional love. Arming outlet serves as the group's voice of reason and strategic might. Despite lacking physical strength, his intelligence and empathy often save the group. His evolution from a timid boy to a military leader is a testament to the power of conviction and ideals. Levi, Levi Ackerman, humanity's strongest soldier, is a fan favorite. He's cold, efficient, and brutally skilled. Yet behind his emotionless exterior lies a tragic past and a strong moral compass. Jika Yeager, Aaron's half-brother, plays a pivotal role. Unlike Aaron, Jika believes that ending the cycle of suffering means ending the existence of his people. His ideology sharply contrasts with Allen's, highlighting the theme of ideological extremism on both sides. Other key characters like Erwin Smith, Raina Brown, and Jim Kristen and layers to the story, representing different perspectives on leadership, survival, and morality, themes and symbolism. What truly sets Attack on Titan apart is its willingness to confront difficult, often uncomfortable themes. Freedom vs security. Is true freedom worth the cost? Should safety be prioritized over liberty? This question echoes throughout the series. The cycle of hatching. The series examines how trauma and vengeance are passed down through generations, creating endless cycles of violence. The fog of war. No side in the conflict is completely right or wrong. The narrative presents moral ambiguity in war, forcing viewers to empathize with all sides. Dehumanization. Whether its audience seen as devils by Malians or titans reduced to weapons. The story shows how propaganda and fear can strip people of their humanity. Propaganda and history. One of the story's most powerful messages is how history can be manipulated to justify oppression. Characters often wrestle with how much of what they believe in actually true. Even the titans themselves, once simple monsters, evolve into metaphors for oppression, weaponization, and the destructive potential of unchecked power. Conclusion. To conclude, Attack on Titan is far more than a story about fighting monsters. It is a layered and emotionally intense exploration of human nature, power, and survival. Its ability to transform from a simple action series into a philosophical and political drama is a rare achievement. What unforgettable characters, a world that feels real and brutal, and a story that constantly changes your views. Attack on Titan will be remembered as one of the defining works of modern storytelling, not just in anime, but in global fiction. Whether you have seen it or are just getting started, this is a journey worth experiencing and one that will stay with you long after the final scene fades to black. And this is my presentation. Thanks for listening.